leader, SRC president, executive, complete want to do your masters. We give you part of your money. The university of more than 3,000 students, staff strength of more than 1,000, the student matter. You have the firm conviction that normally you don't care about students. So when you're looking for a leader who cares for the students, you must be part of that. Look at her as management as leaders of the university. He was a student leader. Look at President Mahama. He was a student leader. Look at Afanya Markins. All of them were student leaders.
Okay, so my name is Rosemond, and I'm currently offering electrical and electronics engineering. And I have a few questions that I would like to ask about student leadership. My question is, how relevant is student leadership?
Thank you so much for the opportunity once again. Maybe Rosemond, for the good work you do in advocating for women empowerment. Student leadership is very, very important in our life as students. My father told me something. The time you go to class and they are looking for, when we were young, we have to call cardboard monitors. I don't know if you experience it. Yeah. Every position is important. There was somebody picking the teacher's bag and all of that. At the university, it's so relevant and important. Imagine you are the who come for this university. Imagine you are the SRC Vice President or President of this university. It means a lot to us. The university have a way of rewarding you which is not written, but happens all the time. I work closely with students and I believe in raising students' profile through leadership. One, before we proceed, long ago, the University of Nigeria struggled to get students at the national level. So there's a national umbrella by name National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS. Every university have a chapter, but NUGS go beyond the university to basic schools and senior high schools as well. So in 2025, when John Sikasiam, if you can remember, there was a young guy who studied hospitality management, wanted to be the Union Secretary for Development. The university, through the Dean of Student Office, supported him wholeheartedly. There was one congress at Abankase near Edusu. It was aborted. We moved to Accra, and then the third one was also in Accra at Islamic University, and he won. Since he became a leader, this year, the national leadership have a university student as the Wuko. Masiata, you know Masiata? Yeah. Masiata was a former Wuko for the University of Energy and Natural Resources. The good news is that a university of more than 3,000 students, staff strength of more than 1,000, the student matter. We have the firm conviction that normally we don't care about students. So when you're looking for a leader who cares for the students, you must be part of that activity. And as management, as leaders of the university, we do the Vice-Chancellor can go to the Vice-Chancellor right away without any invitation. But if an ordinary student looking for the Vice-Chancellor, it is not possible. Unless there's an official gathering where he comes, because you have to book. I want to meet the Vice-Chancellor. And the first question, why do you want to meet the Vice-Chancellor? But if I'm the president of the WUCOM and I want to meet the Vice-Chancellor, technically it's being in line with student progress, welfare of ladies on campus, and all of that. So for us, I encourage everybody to hold up with their position. The point is that if you look at the national leadership, all of them, look at Haruna Indrusu, he was a student leader. Look at President Mahama, he was a student leader. Look at Afanya Markins, all of them were student leaders. Look at Afanya Markins, all of them were student leaders. Look at Edem Agbana, you know him, for K2 South, the young gentleman, doing very well. He was a Legon SRC president. So the point is that you learn it from here. And the way the student politics is set up, we have the speaker. Recently they went to parliament, you remember? Yeah. They were in parliament. It tells you how you are committed. You see, when it comes to traveling outside the country with student leaders, you never always stop. Anytime Ghanaian students are leaving Ghana to any part of Africa, the university students abnormal the other universities. Not legal, not tech. Wow. Because we are committed to exposing Oleku. You ask Oleku fairly. I work with Morata. Morata prioritized the welfare of the mass student in terms of cafeteria. He started the cafeteria in Roma. Now we are putting it to good use. Then original Keke, he was the one who was instrumental in getting the street light, Zinco. You know, Zinco is very dark. It was done by original Keke. The Swansea brought here Magda and Kennedy Japan. As a student leader, I cannot bring Kennedy to our campus. But because he was a student leader, he was able to bring Kennedy in Golden Days. Then my good friend Oleku Fairplay did very well. Did very well. Now Zach is doing very well. We have just have the short curtain for about 300 capacity of study center for the student, which is at the back of the science complex. So being a student leader, not only the SRC president, but course rep. Those people are referred to as the course reps. The course rep, the MPs, because they know what is happening. Sometimes you go to recently, students were put in App Lab 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. When I went to the place and I saw it, I was not happy. So immediately, and the feedback was from the students. It's the student who reported this to us that, oh, this place doesn't look like a classroom. And I'm saying this because the University of Medellin have incredible and funny history. We started at the same time with UHAS. UHAS had $60 million to start a project. We have not gotten a PESWA. UHAS have got another $40 million to start another project. But our facilities were bequeathed to us by Forestry School. The administration block you see is purely from IGF, internally generated fund. You see the complex close to SH is also internally generated fund. You see the hospital close to opposite the police post. We are putting up an 80 bed capacity hospital there. It's also from IGF. So, and here our student leaders don't joke with projects. They are buying buses. When we brought Stoneboy to this place, it took student leaders intervention. It was Gideon Edu. Gideon Edu brought them. Telisa turned up concept 2.0, if you remember. Yes. We didn't pay anything to a student leader. Because I'll be saved more than $1 million. 100,000 Ghana. To bring stillborn here is very expensive.
Yeah, it's very good.
But because of student leaders' intervention. And God being so good, Gideon now works for Telisa headquarters.
Wow.
So you become a leader, you get opportunities. Jamal also works with Telisa headquarters. And the investors don't joke with our leaders. So, in fact, when you were a leader, SRC president, executive, you complete school, want to do your masters, we give you part of your money, your school fees.
Wow.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
Like a percentage of the
Yes. If you are paying 10,000, I can give you 4,000.
So is aside that during their term of office, are there other privileges that they
Oh yes, certainly. Certainly. You think you could go to any campus that you're the SRC president, the politicians are even looking for you. It's a big deal though. You don't know.
So what are some of the privileges?
Some of them are intangible. You may not quantify it, but they come. For example, if the MP comes looking for someone, the first person is the SRC president. In fact, they are closer to politicians than us. And they know they have a position of influence. They can use that positively or negatively. How do you see that doing the tech fair? You didn't see him.
Yeah,
With all the ministers. Me, can I go and know that? Who am I? So it is very relevant in our life. It gives, if you have a vocal, intelligent, and a gentle or calm student leader, you don't struggle. So the courses that are diligent, at the end of the day, all the students get good marks. If you have observed it, the lecturers are happy with the student. When they teach, they copy note, they listen, they ask questions. If you have a vagabond as your course rep, your result is in trouble.
Hey, I agree.
So student leadership is very, very relevant. And the management, so in the past, all student elections were going to court.
So does it mean for this current?
Yeah. For the past 4 or 5 years, in other universities, the veterans are done by the staff of the university. People must applaud you now. Veteran, I'm the registrar in charge of the student office. I don't care who becomes the SRC president. it is the students who are voting. What we are voting for is at this time, in other universities, always for most of the universities, there's a particular department who have a lot of numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
Every university is like that. So what they do is that when it comes to the presidential debates, they stream it for students to know those who are contesting if they are good. Me looking for a president of the SRC president is somebody who has communicated very well, who carried herself in glory. If you cannot communicate well, you cannot be my president. Because leadership is about 90% communication.
Yes.
Have you observed that? They will just call you, oh, there's a visitor here, come and talk. And you have a president who cannot communicate or express himself, you're in trouble. And the way you speak is how people address you.
That's very true.
So when you were in university, the girls who were good, you don't get close to them, they'll disgrace you. So leadership is very relevant. It's very at all levels in the church. It must always not be the university. Maybe there's a pension to be a member of. It's the same university community, but yours is not else as your local news or your committee member. Do it diligently. Pension executive, do it. For all you know, somebody is watching you when you are praying, when you are still take positions. I want to be the master of ceremony. Gladly, just do something. You perfect it. You never know the stuff you are made of until you try. Challenge yourself through leadership. Your sisters, your siblings, you are the firstborn. Show leadership. I watch TV with I have 3 girls. I was not blessed with a male child. And I'm the happiest person in the world. So you see, all the time, and I am somebody who wants to watch football. After watching, I'll watch with you, but the next day, my girl is bringing her commentary on the football we watch. You have to write it, yes.
Wow.
If you want to study English, just watch one English football match, 90 minutes. You get all the big lexicon, the words you want to use. For example, say, when speculation begins to bubble, you won't hear it on the street, you hear it from commentary. Impudence of a beautiful goal. These are things you learn. My eyes are not good, so I always want to listen to something. When it's good, I write it. I use it somewhere. So the first time I used Super Pleased and Excited from the BBC. That's what I picked it from. But I will go and waste your time. Some marriage program where they are insulting somebody has been cheated, somebody broken heart. Those ones are not good for you. I don't want to mention and give them prominence. As a student, you must own your space is leading. You get it? People will look at because of your size. She's not, Ghanaians, we are very funny. Well developed and bold, they respect you. Gentle giant. But those of us, you look down upon us, you may regret eventually.
Yeah, they will regret.
Yeah. So you must show that there's something good in you have to offer. I tell the lady, beyond your beauty, what next?
The brains.
The brains. And the brains must come to the fore. You must demonstrate that. So leadership is very good at all levels. And if you're a leader, you can manage. If you're a leader, you are time conscious. Programs start at 10 a.m. you are there. Because you know the relevance of time. You are giving, it's not a Ghanaian time. If it's 10, it starts at 12 p.m. No. So leadership prepares you for every task ahead. And I tell people that when you are leading, and when you get yourself dirty, you learn more. When you get involved, this thing the work that you are doing, when you get involved all the time, you become very good. There are some people, when they see the camera, they run away. I run to the camera. Anything that I do, I just want to. Because the point is that whatever I have in me, if I don't speak out, nobody knows what I have in my brain. But people will run away from it because they are afraid. They are not confident enough. You go for program, they will mention in Ghana, the messenger is important than the message. In Ghana, the same thing a president will say, when you say it, you don't go far.
Yeah.
But president says the same thing, it becomes the headline. So do you always want to be the messenger or the message? People must respect you. Today like this, I don't know how you handle your social media handle, but apart from the corporate one, you do your own handle. During this interview, when you are done, do the write-up, do the engagement. Nice one, put it there. Lock it forever. So me, I don't have my CV is my social media handle. I just go and pull it and attach. You are good to go. So people must know you. Because the CV is just a small bit of, and this is sometimes you copy and paste. You don't copy the same. Maybe I see why. Then you just try to change it. So leadership at all levels. But when leadership, no, we target political leadership. We have religious leaders. Because if you are the campus president for Pensa or matters whatever it is, you are leading. How do you lead? How do you lead your people? You always lead to class. You always have excuses as a leader. Whether you are sick or something, you find reasons to do something. I'm a time matter. I believe that if it must be done, it ought to be done well. If you are not doing it, you are not doing it. If you look at it, I'm a passionate and emotional person. I speak with passion. That's what I do. And when you are passionate, you are emotional. Yesterday I was going to Chira, there was no official vehicle. I took Prague, I went to the station, took the car. Before they say that I was there. I don't wait for anybody. Because the time was 12:30. I can't wait for you and your excuses. A Ghanaian comes to you and giving reasons for being late. I apologize for. You must be resigning to apologize for. So we all these things are good. And if you're a leader, it helps. It makes life better. You get to know more people. Can you imagine graduation? Or after professor, let's go there, ambassadors here, let's go and have a dinner together. Because you were a leader, you join them. Take numbers and save them. All right. And when you leave them, immediately send message. I have my customized flyer. So the flyer talks about you. I'm a level 400. I'm a part of Lensa Media. A flyer about yourself. Mobile number, email address, social media handles. Then you push. So what I use as my introductory message. So there's a hello, the next one is my flyer. And you know the one you are chatting with. You know, like, who is this? I will not wait for you to come and ask you. They're going to do a long audio. No. So you must be prepared. You have a complimentary card that you share. All these ones, you must have it. Don't want to become a CEO before you do that. Now you need a complimentary card, cheap one on yourself, give it to your friends. You also have network you can leverage on. And always keep, when you get an influential person's number, keep checking up. Oh, say, how are you? How is the family? It's always registered. When there's a job offer for you, the first one I remember, Rosemont, this lady, this civil engineer, electrical engineer lady, Rosemont, she can do it. Let me call her. But you have taken the number, you go and see the one there's a trouble, you come and call me. There's someone coming down your road. You only see the one there's a problem. Emergency line. So I believe in leadership and being relevant in our life. Every university here, people cannot go on demonstration, they don't want to do it because leaders understand management, understand students. And always, last time I was there with them, explaining what, because the things that I'm saying, a lot of them don't know what you are even doing. Just look at our road, very terrible. I've never seen any university in Ghana where they will forget about the university road and go and do secondary school road. It's only in Sunyani. It will not happen in Cape Coast, it will not happen in Takrady, it will not happen in Winneba. We must prioritize the university road. Fortunately for us, management have taken a decision. They have succeeded in abrogating the contract and they are rewarding to a new contractor who will come back to site. So they are adding to the inner roads in Sunyani. When they are doing, they will do it. But we must communicate to the students. The Vice-Chancellor do not construct roads, though the university student pays school fees. So you have to explain. Then two, government of Ghana is doing so well with regards to tertiary education. I'm a friend of Student Loan Trust Fund. Now, first year, we receive about 8,400 students. After that, more than 6,000 have received the no-free stress policy money. IT, we're paying 3,000, so government giving 3,200 each. Some never inform their parents, they give their boyfriends. Some of them give to their girlfriends. Some didn't receive it at all because they had admission, they never had Ghana card. They don't have email address. And email address, because these are conditions for you to get the money.
With that, I had a Ghana card.
Yeah.
I had an email address, but I didn't.
You were the first batch?
Yes.
First batch?
Yes, last year.
Okay. So it's possible somebody may have all the fine details or something, but this year, most of them never had a Ghana card. Some of them were less than 16 years. And they are coming to the university. But the Ghanaian have it. So it was a bit challenging, but at least more than 6,000 have gotten it. But that is a good initiative. At least 80% of students are getting it. It is a good start. Then two, there are certain things students take for granted. Your email address. Your email address, my professional email address. My email address is hayfordclarke@gmail.com. For some students, it's sexygogomi@gmail.com. James 419. You see, it will not open opportunity for you. If you are go me and me and my wife own your company, how will you come about for that? People have been denying lifetime job because of some of these things. So take it from me. Anytime you have an email, it ought to be professional. You know what I'm saying? Professional email address. James Mensah at something. 419 was generated by the computer. You could have asked for 420. But 419 connotes negativity of a sort. Yeah. So somebody will assume that you are a fraudster or a scammer or something. So let us be careful. And let us be careful what things we do on the social media. I have NPP, NDC, and Family 9. So I'm always in the middle. Be careful not to insult any president. Be careful. For most of the top companies, as a leader, if you are going for any position, or going for offer, they'll go to your social media. Even US, when you're applying to go to them, you can check your social media. If it is restrictive, privacy, you never get any visa to US. They want to go to your site and see the things you do there. When somebody passes away, they go to the person's site and pick all the pictures and the things the person has been doing on the person's page. So be careful the things you do on social media platform. Be mindful of those that have been insulted. In Ghana, because sometimes we are finding those who insult more have more followers. I don't understand. Those who are talking about adult education, sanitation, reproductive health, they don't get the traffic. But once you target a leader and consistently sustain the insult, you get the numbers. I pray we immediately change that narrative and give a priority to those that are sharing a lot of positive information that will change our narrative. And for University of Energy, it's a sign bias university, but 60% of the students are male and 40% are female. And female do better than, I don't know why, but the females here, they do better. The reigning of our person is a female.
This year.
So we have met. There's a gentleman with CGP of 4.0. I asked him yesterday, is it 4.6? He said 6. Okay. He said now, make sure you don't do the things that people have been doing.
Level 100.
No, level 300.
Wow.
4.0.
Yeah, 4.0.
What program?
Because engineering.
4.0. I met him at the police post yesterday. Very, very sharp guy.
Natural resources.
Like you don't see him all the time. So you and be sociable. The girls, the boys are going to propose to you. If you are beautiful and they are proposing, they can be friends. Know your limits.
Yeah.
Don't follow him to the car if you are in trouble. Because if you follow me, I was telling when you read about the ladies that for men, they are like football strikers. They are looking for opportunity and space.
Yes.
They are always like they are very smart beings. So any opportunity you grab it with alacrity. You will not let it go away. So know your space and where you find yourself. And do not complain about what you permit. And I told the student that sexual favors cannot be sustained in academic environment. Because look at the courses you are running. A semester like 8 courses. Some people think that I can do this, have sexual favor. No. Not all people will like you. It's not possible. Somebody may not want to see your face. Maybe there are some names I can never date them. The first one is Rose. But my mother is Rose.
That's my name.
So everybody may have a reason. And so once you, and I respect them to the core. So normally my wife was telling me that so that is why you are close to this particular yes. And the environment you find, people are looking at you, have no idea what they are looking at you, and they'll give you opportunities. If I go to the dean right now, last year we're giving 2 scholarships to new months, and the dean just mentioned some 2 names. So always opportunity will come. You don't know when it is your time. Be careful. Don't be insulting people that are proposing to you. If you don't like it, you don't like the person, block the person or something, but don't be insulting. It doesn't show maturity. We are here together. Sometimes you may look down upon somebody, it's your classmate. The next 20 years, it's a billionaire in Ghana. You want to go and see the person. And I've told the girls, if you don't look down upon when I'm poor, when we don't come closer. So, my dear sister, it is important we do, but leadership and the upcoming election is going to be very, very serious.
Very, very serious.
I've seen now the result has been, we are releasing the results. People will not qualify. They will still maintain 2.75. There are going to be some permutation camps coming together to align and merge and all of that. And then based on who is coming from this school, we can do the permutations. But when you are voting, look for somebody who can actually defend you, and somebody who will always be there for you. I see people sharing water, sharing almost everything. And I ask myself, if student elections like that, national election, we are in trouble. But we are supposed to know better. You can be my friend, but I should know your leadership capacity. You cannot do it. You must be bold enough. You will not tell me this, but you know in your heart of heart that this guy cannot be a leader. So it must not be because it's coming from my school. But in our case, it's always, for your school. Yes. So that is how, why the person from your school is very good, no problem. Vote for somebody you can be boldly say, he's my leader. So the attention must be on the presidential debate and profile them individually. Because I will not allow a staff to determine who becomes a student leader. Don't vote for somebody staff who control, staff may intend to sponsor. Vote for somebody you think he deserves to be a leader. Because I've seen Zach, I've seen a pretty Olekufe, and they have carried themselves in glory. The way he will come and be begging for favors for the student, you have no idea about it. I remember when you went home the vacation period, you had to add 1 week. The course, they will call, and we had done well at the mini Busa games, and all of them were in Accra. So we pleaded with the Vice-Chancellor management, graciously they added 1 week to it, and students were so happy. We are here because of it. The final years were not happy because they want to complete school and go. But the first, second 10 years they were all happy. So that is, I know we are at the right place at the right time, and it'll be fine.
Okay, thank you for answering that part of the question. I am someone who is into women empowerment, women advocacy, and as women in engineering, we know engineering is said to be a male-dominated field, but nowadays we have women who are daring, we have women who are venturing into the engineering field. I want to know whether the school has a system that advocates for women or something like that, because recently during the celebration of the International Women's Day, we visited 2 senior high schools here in Sunyani, and one girl asked a question that I wanted to know more about. So her question was, what if we have a student who would want to do engineering, but the family background is poor, is very bad? Does the university has a system that advocates for such students in the women engineering department? Maybe a 10% discount on their school fees or something. Is there a system like that?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. Like I told you, my background, I was raised by a single mother. My father, like I said, was a seasoned polygamist. We had a lot of wives.
Seasoned
polygamist. So we realized that women, and James could argue, my namesake from Amabo in the central region, you educate a woman, you educate the entire nation. But if you educate a guy or a man, it's just an individual. So the university prioritized the welfare of women. Our first Vice-Chancellor, engineer background, was a woman, Professor Mrs. who sang who wrote the famous anthem. And there's a line that always stays with me. He said, "Your future shall be marvelous. Impact your world." How do you impact your world without women empowerment? Certainly, you must advocate or communicate that you are indeed poor. There were lots of scholars. You know Naja Ferry.
Yeah.
Naja Ferry was brought into this university by me. Another instruction of the Vice-Chancellor as a woman. And because she sings, and she's not paying any school fees. You have what we call a Vice-Chancellor scholarship. And we brought her under that umbrella. So always, I say poverty is not a disease. It's not a crime. But if you let people know that you are going through a lot of financial challenges, the university will help you to come out of it. You can either write from the Dean of Student Office, which is the right place to let us know, with the dean, communicate to the university that based on this issue, this student must be exempted. You must strongly defend it. Why we think that you ought not to pay school fees. And then we gladly let you go. Because we don't know your future. Maybe you are the next president of the Republic of Ghana. And education elevates your profile, brings out the best in you. Imagine if I didn't go to school, I would have been a waste. I'd be somewhere, but because I went to school, I'm a bit exposed. So for women, and you see, the point is that one of the days you have to rely on a man to be a responsible woman. These days, Ghana is blessed. Our vice president is a woman. Okay, immediate past chief justice was a woman. The women are taking over. The vice chancellors in Ghana, the big universities in Ghana, Legon and Tech, all the vice chancellors are women. And I taught the Legon vice chancellor's daughter, 2 of them out of the 3 children. You see, the incoming vice chancellor for Tech is my godfather, Professor Christian Ajari. And life is service. When you are serving people, the opportunities will be there. Prepare to serve. Don't wait for you to be invited to come and serve people. Position yourself to serve. So my life is full of grace. And the current vice chancellor for the university is my father. And so, BC have 4 children. 3 of them are women. So we don't joke with ladies. My second girl is at St. Louis Senior High School first year. My third girl, she has completed SHS. And she's part of the National Science and Maths team. So we believe in making sure that the girl child is empowered. Even issues of washrooms always come up. We'll come and try to look at it. Our unfortunate issue is that our university buildings were not designed for classrooms. These are mixed classrooms. That is why we always carry chairs and tables. And they go on and take. So you see the chairs are fixed. So you see the pavilion 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we are transforming it into a story building, 2-story building, with 12 big lecture theatres. Then we are going to have 32 offices, then a study area, and then CCTV installation. And I'm sure by October, November, we should be able to use it. So we, from Doma campus accreditation, the contractor is on site also working. So the University of Energy and Resources prioritize women. Our Vice Dean of Students is a woman. It was deliberate. The Dean is a male, Professor Simon Abogri, very humble, noble, affable man. And the Vice Dean, Dr. Mrs. Lamikuni, is a woman. So they care so much about women and power. But if you don't share your problems, they will not know. Who do you share your problems with? Is it the counseling unit? Is it your course rep? Is it your lecturer? And then we talk about lecturer-student relationship. Every university is a problem. Lecturer, who of the lecturer can you walk to confine in? I said, I'm struggling. I will need 200 Ghana cedis. Are you comfortable to go to your lecturer? That is the subject we must discuss. Because you must not be intimidated. You must not be scared. The white can actually see the question and they go away. But in Ghana, it becomes very difficult. So what we are trying to do is that engineering is a special field. Malaysia and Japan are developing because of engineers. A country that do not have a lot of engineers struggle. That is why flooding is becoming an issue in Ghana. How many engineers do you have in Ghana? When people are going to space, Water is carrying away. Are you serious as a country? People are going to space. They are going to Ghana here on the line. When it rains, we are running for your life. So we support engineers, and that is why I went to the place when you're organizing female empowerment seminar, first of its kind for engineers. I went to speak to them because I felt that there is something I must. Every person born as a woman is unique. Men don't even like men.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we don't like ourselves. If I'm moving, there's a lady standing by the roadside, I will stop and pick her. But the men can't sound that. So the opportunities are there. Just let know, go to the Dean of Students office. Let know somebody loves the dad and the mom to that young. We are supporting. Just that these are private conversations, so you not bring it. Sometimes when you come and talk about it and the student name, the person will even away from the school. Some are dressing and looking very nice, but they are struggling.
Yes.
And you don't share. People are struggling, so you don't share. So, but once you report to the Dean of Students office, you make sure the person is well taken off. And then, for those who are disabled, you don't pay school fees.
Wow.
If you are medically approved to be disabled, per the government law, you don't pay school fees.
Wow.
So the Student Loan Trust Fund says that, government says that if you are a disabled person and you want to be in the university, you don't pay school fees for all the 4 years. No matter the program, you don't pay school fees. Medicine, training program, you don't pay school fees. Government pays for you. Then you also don't pay accommodation. But it must be medically proven. You can't come and tell I'm short, so I'm a disabled person. Or I cannot eat, I'm a disabled person. That won't stop. But if medically proven that you are disabled, they will support you.
Okay. But that means most of the times you have to come to the
Yeah, you must formally communicate through your dean to the school dean to the dean of students.
But you see, we need more women in the engineering field. Most people think because it's a male-dominated field, they have this assumption that it's difficult and they can't do it.
Yeah.
So during our visits to the SHS schools, we empowered them. We made them know that even though it is difficult, we have people who have done it and they are doing so well, meaning they can also do it. But we have students that they might not know of the various scholarships available to them.
To the student.
Maybe the person is in a village, but the person is so daring and wants to become an engineer. And he or she doesn't know anything about scholarship until they don't go. So maybe, can there be a system where maybe during the school application, there should be like maybe a percentage cut off of the school fees for any woman that will apply to offer engineering?
I agree with you. The good news is that currently, because of the government